Okay, for those wondering what instruments I'm using, I'll explain at the end of the video to save everyone asking in the comments like they normally do. Most people that play by ear tend to play stuff in different places, and although most people can identify what it is that they're playing, it normally sounds slightly off to other musicians, and it makes it much harder if you're playing by ear on the keyboard to try and add a guitar to it later, because they're just not compatible really when you play stuff in the wrong place. Like this tutorial's for a piece of music from Highlander 4 by Glennie-Smith. A lot of people will play it sounds alright, do you know what I mean, but that's not where it's played, and it loses a lot of the emotion and the harmonics behind it. The tunes normally it generally kicks off tune is normally. Sometimes it's often on. Right, and other times it's. So it can vary between basically the A on an A minor slant or the note from the D chord. between the two, from that one and that one, depending on what way the tune's going and how much Nick Glennie-Smith's actually got going in the background. But there's a couple of versions of the tune, Heather Cuts Her Hair and Killing an Old Friend, but a lot of people do play it in the wrong place, and when you do that, it doesn't have that rise on the bass section. Which you can beef it up if you play with octaves with the left hand. So that's essentially where it's played. You can hear how flat it sounds on that bit without the rise of the left hand. Now the sound banks I'm using are iSymphonic, which is the Baroque 6 orchestra on the iPad, and the Korg IM1, which is basically like the Korg M1 VST, and it's a Celtic setting, which here you can see how they're set up.